No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. It's a real good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Woo! It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up! Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I know this'll be the day. Everything will be okay. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. It's a real good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, everyone. I'm back. I feel like I've been gone for a month. And look who I brought back with me. It's my friend and past client, Jerry Dinh. And he's here today to talk to you guys about a couple of things as far as real estate investing goes. So I hope you guys who are moms of kids, four-legged friends, furry friends. Had a wonderful Mother's Day. I know we did. And so now we're back to work. So we've got Jerry here, and like I said, we're going to talk about 3 things. We're going to talk about why Jerry got into real estate investing, and how do you feel about current inflation in the real estate market, and what is your investment strategy? So Jerry, like I said, is a past client of ours. I think we met in 17.
Yeah, around 2017.
In 2017. He's from California. He's a great person from California. Still lives in California, but he decided to invest here, and that's how we met. And, we have a lot of things in common. He's a great guy, and I'd love for all of y'all to meet him. So maybe he can get relocated here sometime soon. All right, so you ready to get started, Jerry?
Yeah.
So I'm going to have you ring the bell, and we'll get started.
Right.
Hi, I'm here with Jerry Dinh, and we're going to talk about why you got into real estate investing, Jerry. Just if you could give us a little.
Well, first off, thanks for having me, Shana, here.
Love it.
My goal always been for real estate investing it's also kind of my retirement plan, because for me it's that I pretty much don't want to work my whole life, and I always heard that being a real estate investor is one of the good ways to help with your retirement plan. So that's why I started doing my research. I started looking at where to invest in. And of course, Dallas back in 2017 was kind of booming with a lot of the companies like, Toyota moving the headquarters here. So I knew that, a lot of people, like I know we kind of have that thing where like California people coming to Texas, but, I knew a lot of people were coming to Texas, a lot of investment, and headquarters were telling people to come move to Dallas. So I hopped on the boat and just like, all right, I got to get in on this before it gets too crazy.
Yeah, so I love that, and a lot of people I think have a desire to invest in real estate, and you're young and you're starting that young, and it could be scary. But the way I look at it is if you can purchase a home, your very first home, then you're real estate investing, right? I mean, essentially, you're investing in real estate, and then you take it from there and continue to grow on it. So I think that's awesome. So how did you pick Dallas?
Like I said, with Dallas, my choice was where I was looking at possibly like Austin, Houston, and Dallas, but then I just, from what I was reading in the news and everything, where like I said, a lot of headquarters were moving to Dallas, and there's like northern Dallas. I'm like, all right, we have to buy there because that's where everybody wants to live, right? Because people want to be live close to their work, and for me, it's just that I always look at convenience as well. And when everyone's there, everybody wants to live close to a lot of stuff, and that's when I was talking to you like, oh, where should I invest? And you're like, oh, let's look at Plano, look at the Colony. So that's where we eventually looked at, and you definitely help us with the 2 that we have there.
Jerry, could you talk a little bit about that? Did we make some good choices there?
I think we made some really good choices. The first one we bought, like the only reason I knew of Plano was because Toyota said they were moving to Plano, and I actually thought the term was plain old Texas. So, so when I was saying Plano, I was like plain old, and they're like, no, it's Plano. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but me and Shana, we went around, we looked at some of the houses, and we found a corner one that had the biggest lot, and
huge.
For me, I definitely love a big backyard, and I guess people love the backyard, and I know we came in pretty strong with our offer, and I think immediately it was offered, and like we had no regrets about it, because you look at the I look at the comps now, I'm like, it more than doubled than from what I bought it for.
Yeah, and we did discuss like it is a little bit of a risk. Well, it's a lot of risk, right? But you have to look at all the facts and all of the history and kind of analyze and forecast what you think is going to happen.
Right.
And know that even if the market tanked, that you're still in the location that is great, right? A price point, a size, all of that works, that you could weather the storm if something catastrophic happened. So
yeah, I mean, when we looked at it, I mean, we definitely looked at the rental comps, right? And we saw that it was strong. It was able to meet my mortgage, the whole mortgage package. And
which is rare, you guys. That's not typical for an investment. So,
but also the good things that, like I said, we're like one of the top school districts in the area too. You know, so families. I always recommend when you look at buying a house is look at the school district, right?
Absolutely.
You know, because families are always willing to move and pay the extra price to have the kids go to a good school.
Yeah,
right.
For
and
sure.
Then it was also close by everything. It was close by to, I think it's only about 3 or 4 miles from the Grandscape that just opened up.
Yeah.
So
in the colony.
In the colony. So I mean that was a great thing. So
and that one was a little bit of a challenge too, because it had foundation work done in the past, and then it needed foundation work, and after you purchased it, and the warranty wasn't so there were some hiccups along the way, but that's part of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's
and
the
you
risk
have to
take.
plan for some of these things. Yeah. So.
I mean, that's definitely the risk you take, and like for me, like I don't regret it at all. I mean, yes, it was a headache when it was happening, but now that you look at the returns that you get on it, I mean, it's like I'll do it again.
Yeah, and you have it. You have it. You can see it. You can feel it, touch it, and it's not going anywhere. You're in control of it. So that's why I like real estate investing.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thanks, Jerry. We'll move on to the next topic.
Yeah, thanks.
So I'll let you. Hey there, we're here with my good friend Jerry Dinh, and we're talking about real estate investing today. And I want to talk about the current inflation and the real estate market and how you feel it affects the market, and are you nervous?
I am a little nervous about it, but like I said, I think, with any real estate investing, I think it's one of the stronger points because everyone needs a place to live. Everyone needs a place to be in, right? And, like I still hear a bunch of my friends, family, they're still moving to Dallas. Everybody's still going to Dallas. So, and, I know, right now the housing prices might seem like it's pretty high, but, again, with California people, like they sell the house over there. I mean, I was just telling Shana, like, my house over there is like $900,000, but, and then, you sell it, you get the equity, and you come over here, and it's like,
And you bought it, a couple of years ago
2 years
for
ago.
$600.
And now it's worth $900,000.
Yeah,
So.
and it's small. It's 1,600 square feet.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing compared to here in Dallas. I was just looking at a house here with Shana here where it's like, 4,000 square feet, and it's like $1 million. Like, I can afford this,
Ours is for sale, Jerry. We're going to be moving soon, so we'll take you on a tour after this.
So, I mean, overall, like I said, I mean, I know it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I think, with the Dallas market the way it is, it's still going to be pretty strong where, like, people always say, like, you can't keep waiting to try to build up and try to save and stuff because the market's just going to way outpace what you're trying to save. So I always tell people, like, just if you can afford it, just come in, buy it, and just, you might struggle for a couple months or years, but, eventually your income or whatever will come up and it'll catch up to wherever your payments are.
And with inflation, and the interest rates going up, there could turn more people into being renters, but they may not want to live in an apartment. They really want to transition to a home. So that's where I think you're gonna reap the benefits there of being able to have these two homes that you can provide. And you do have long-term tenants in both.
Yep.
But
yeah, I mean, that's actually one of the stronger points because, with the way the inflation is going, renters don't want to move. They like where they are. And so you can, like, for me, like, I've been trying to keep the rent a little bit, but just adjust for that tax evaluation.
Well, that's a whole other story.
Yeah,
right?
So, as long as it adjusts to the market and the tax and whatever I charge my renters, then, they actually, like, most of them actually sign 2 years, almost 3 year leases because they just they're scared of how the inflation is working, so they just want to keep it where they're at.
And that's a great landlord from your perspective to be able to do that for them, right? And you're not getting greedy, but to have a consistent, stable tenant in there, I think far outweighs the the multiple move outs.
Well, because when you have a property, because like I said, I'm not from California. I have my property manager handle stuff, and whenever a tenant moves out, I mean, they charge you. You have to do the cleanup, then you have to find a finder's fee, so that takes away a month of your rent. So if you can keep them in there and they're good tenants and they pay every month and they keep the house clean, I mean, you definitely want to try not to, like I said, be greedy because it costs you more in the long run.
Yes, it does. And it's important to also, if you're not going to be the manager, to have a good property manager and plug out to Brandon Hearn. He has Bronze Star Properties, and we introduced them, when you got into the business, and they've helped you out. So basically inflation, you're not worried about it. You're not wanting to cash out of your properties. You're just gonna
if anything,
weather the storm here.
I want to keep it longer because, like I said, we had a really good interest rate for our thing, and we keep it longer. And I think if people become a little bit more scared, it actually makes the market a little bit better to buy another one.
Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, great. Thanks, Jerry.
Thanks.
Okay, Jerry Dinh, tell us your secrets. What is your real estate strategy? You guys get your pen and paper ready. His secrets are going to be revealed right here.
Well, like you said, my strategy is I want to retire early. So my goal is I'm 34 right now. So
that's amazing.
My goal is 55 is my retirement, and with, like I said, with what we've been investing here, it's like I was speaking with your husband Mike, where I want to eventually do a 1031 exchange.
Yep.
Because not a lot of people know about this, because unless you read up about it. But when you have a rental and you want to upgrade your rental from, like, let's say you have a single family to maybe getting a duplex or even an apartment building, you do a 1031 exchange, and then everything you gain from owning that house transfers over to your new unit, and you don't pay any taxes, which is amazing, right?
Yeah,
so
that's amazing.
Yeah. So like I said, we bought our house. I mean, I have to say, like, we bought our house for I think $230, and now it's worth around $440. I can go and buy, like, apartment building for $1 million, and I have $400,000 in equity. Everything goes straight into that apartment building. I don't have to worry about taxes and worrying about all the extra things that comes with it.
I think that's great, and our family. My father-in-law and sister-in-law, they have invested and done a 1031 exchange. So we are familiar with it. But I think it's great, right? Yeah. And, you just have to understand, once you invest, you need to write it out if you really want it to work for you.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. And I love that strategy. So have you done the 1031 exchange?
I haven't done it yet. Like I said, I've been talking with you and your husband about it. So, eventually, we do currently have tenants in our place right now. Right. So I think, soon we'll have to have that discussion.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then, it's one of those things that, you kind of have to redo your research and just understand how to take advantage of everything that's offered to you. Right. And of course, when I learned about it, I spoke with your husband, Mike, and he definitely, like, explained to me how it worked. And, now I'm like, oh, okay, now I can really, like,
broaden
my options down.
Yeah, there's always options, right? And I think the worst thing for me is when people say, I'm going to wait. I'm scared of the market. I don't want to buy now. I'm just going to rent. If you have the means and you can purchase a home, then you should do it.
Yeah.
And don't worry if it's the right time for you, then do it. Yeah. What are you waiting for?
I'll tell you the story here. Like, I actually wanted to invest in Dallas, like, when I graduated college and back in 2010, 2012. But I was talking to my family about it, and they're like, what's in Dallas? There's nothing in Dallas. It's just a desert, And
oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, but then I was looking at the prices back then. I mean, a Dallas home was worth like what, 80,000, 90,000 at a time. And now, when we finally had the means to invest and, we were buying it, I mean, it's already at the 150, the 200,000.
But you still got it at a good price, and it's still working for you. So that's a really good, testament to just, is there ever going to be a perfect time?
Yeah. It's just like the stock market. There's never a good time. You just got to hop in, invest in it. It takes your time.
Pay attention and
So, and I said, with how inflation is and how everything's growing, I mean, like, you keep trying to save and try and meet that down payment, like, it's going to take you forever.
It is. Yeah. No, you're right.
So, definitely listen to Shana.
No, listen to Jerry. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll wrap it up. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you, Jerry, for coming in today. It was so nice to see you and catch up. And, you know, we talked about, you know, why you got into real estate investing, how the inflation is affecting things in the market right now, and what your investment strategy was. So these were all great things that you shared with us today. And if you guys have any questions or I haven't asked him, but I know Jerry would love, you know, be happy to talk to you guys if anybody is interested in real estate investing. You know, this isn't his, you know, he's not in real estate as a profession, right? He is in a different profession, but this is something that he wanted to build for himself. And when there is a will, there's a way. I believe it. So, you know, don't get discouraged and think I can't do it, because I think you can. So thank you for that. And we'll call it a day. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.